Morning, Darren. This video is to take you through the basic 10 to 15 minute daily yoga practice. And if you do this practice, it's going to improve your relaxation response and your resistance to stressful situations, but it's also going to increase your ability to feel relaxed, calm, and peaceful. And it's going to do that by stimulating your parasympathetic nervous system, releasing stored toxins and neurochemicals in your brain, in particular through that blood-brain barrier, that impermeable layer where the hormones from the rest of the body interact with the brain and create chemical messages. So this is practicing this daily. The cumulative effects are going to start to clear out because you get all those neurochemicals and those hormones in the brain from, your whole life full of experiences, and they don't help you in the moment right now. So do this regularly, and this is going to start clearing those out, make you feel more relaxed, resistant to stress, and toned, lean, stronger. And it's something proactive you can do for your health. Anyway, so here's the poses. Check these out. You start by standing up. You start in the mountain pose. That's a standing up pose. Your legs press into the ground. Rotate your quads in towards each other. Tuck your glutes in and down. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down. Chin is parallel to the ground. And you're reaching up through the crown of the head while you're pressing into the ground. And then you're softening your eyes and relaxing with your breath into what you feel. The point of this pose is to take that positive cellular memory of your most supportive alignment. So it's realigning your spine, correcting any spinal irregularities that you may have, and you're firming and toning your legs, glutes, and upper body. You can bring the arms up overhead, and as you exhale, fold forward, bend the knees if the back of the legs are tight. The point is not to touch the floor, but to feel something in the back of your legs. So you hold it here, and then you come up, circling those arms nice and wide. Draw the hands in through your heart. And then come up to the front and take a wide step back with your left leg. Bring your arms up, parallel to the ground. Your right foot is 90 degrees pointed forward. The left foot's on a 15-degree angle. And as you exhale, come into that front knee and turn your gaze over that front arm. Chin's parallel to the ground, crown of the head's reaching. Warrior Two pose. Lower the arms, straighten the leg. Repeat that on the opposite side. Go in the other direction. Lower the arms, straighten the leg. Take that same Warrior Two alignment with your right foot 90 degrees forward, left foot on a 15-degree angle. Bring the arms up, bend into that front knee, and you want the knee over the ankle here, and you want to feel something in the pelvis, so widen or shorten the stance to where you need to. Reach that right arm over the front leg and rest your elbow on the top of the thigh, and then either stack the shoulder, lay the arm along the body if that's more comfortable, or bring your bicep to the ear. And feel the stretch along your entire left side. And then take it up. Opposite way. In all these poses, all you want to be thinking about is inhaling and exhaling. And you want to feel the physical pose and then send your breath with your mind into and out of what you're feeling. And come up. Release the arms down, heel toe, those feet in together. Take a step back with the left leg, shorter stance, maybe about 2.5 feet. Bring those arms up, reach that front arm forward, tuck the left hip back, and then bring that hand down onto the thigh or shin, shoulder stack, and look towards the floor for the most balance, support. Inhale, come up, that's the triangle pose, and then you repeat that on the other side. Notice you'll find differences between your left and your right side. One side is typically more open than the other. Bring those feet together and then come into the standing forward fold. Palms come together. Exhale, fold. Let the head hang. This is a great one because all that blood that typically rushes straight to the legs is now able to go into the head first in your brain, improving your memory, concentration, and focus. And then from here, bend the knees, step both the legs back, and you come into high push-up pose. Your glutes are tucked in and down, your belly button's drawn in, the shoulders are stacked over the wrists, and you're reaching through the crown of the head whilst extending to the back of the legs. You can also take this pose modified with the knees down for a little more support, but keep the belly button drawn in, your core active, and tuck the butt down and towards the floor if you take the knees down. And then we come into the first of the back opener poses, so the 8-limbed pose. So you've already got to take the knees down if you're in the high plank, and then come down and you bring the chest onto the mat. The toes are touching the mat, the knees are touching, the hands are touching, and then the chin touches. And then from here, come onto the stomach, point the toes. Bring your hands, fingers spread wide by your pectorals. Tuck the chin in, and as you inhale, come up. Breathing your chest off the mat. Your triceps are there to support you. Your legs are firming gently into the ground, and your glutes are flexed. Exhale, lower it down. Bring the palms of the hands by the hips. Press them face down into the ground. Bring both your feet off the ground and shins, then your chest, and then the arms for the grasshopper pose or locust pose. And from here, breathe in, lengthen through the crown of your head. Breathe out, reach through the fingers and the toes. Exhale, lower it down. Take the right ear to the mat, press the palms, let the palms be face up by the hips. This is a nice resting pose, very good for your lower back. And bring the hands by the pectorals, curl the toes under, breathe yourself up, curling the toes under, and press your hips nice and high into the air. Downward facing dog pose. And so for the down dog, the more you come into it, the more you'll open up in the right way for you. But the general principles are stacking the wrists under the shoulders, so you're aligning those extended arm bones. Your fingers are spread wide, and your shoulders are externally rotating from the ears. And then you can bend the knees, draw the hips high into the air, and intend those heels to the ground. And your legs are internally rotating a little here. Now, a lot of people notice that their back rounds and they're in the down dog and it feels like a muscle strengthening pose. What you're looking for is spread the fingers, press the arms into the ground, and draw the chest towards the top of the thighs. That straightens your lower back, or your upper back rather. And then to straighten the lower back, you bend the knees, press the hips higher into the air, and then straighten the legs. Take yourself down out of the down dog. Come onto your seat. Bring the soles of your feet together. Draw the heels into the pelvis. Cup the feet with the hands for cobbler's pose. Lengthen, reach through the crown of your head. And as you exhale, start to hinge at the waist, folding forward to feel the stretch in your hip abductors and the inner thighs. You can keep the back straight or round. Here's what it looks like from the side. The shoulders are back and down, so your spine's active here, and then exhale, fold. Inhale, come on up. And then from here, extend those legs out wide in front of you, so enough so that you feel something through your inner thighs. Point your toes to your knees, externally rotate your legs a little, so there's a bit you can feel it in the inner thighs. Bring the hands behind the back, press onto the fingertips, and inhale, extend into the ground, reach through the crown of the head, and